We have a special guest, the boy from Witches, but apparently he is a small mouse because of the witch's trick in the meeting room. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so I will ask some questions that readers really wants to know about. First, Witch's plan was to change all of the children into the mouse, and you kept following Witches and trying to stop Witch's plan. I think you were interested to witches, so the first question is, why are you so interested in witches?
Because it's not like other fairy tales, it's a true story. Once I didn't believe that witches are not real like unicorns, for instance, I kind of thought, but now I know that witches are the creatures that are really mysterious and place magic. Also, my grandmother was apparently great expert on these creatures, and she made it very clear to me that her witch stories are unlike most of the others, were not imaginary tale. But I'm also scared that the witches were still with us and living in the same world.
Didn't believe your grandmother that there were witches in the world and we can't know who is witches because they look like people. Then you suddenly start to believe witches. What happened?
When I saw the first witch in my home, I was building the roof on the tree, and the woman that wore gloves came to me and said, I have a present for you. And she was smiling. And she was holding a green snake. I was really scared, so I stayed on the roof for hours, and then I was saved by my grandmother. It was a horrific experience.
Hmm. Your grandmother told you that they wear long gloves and wig. Even though noticing witches wear long gloves, it is really hard to notice them they are witches. However, you notice witches very quickly. How did you notice that the woman was a witch in the first time?
I listened to my grandmother. My grandmother told me that witches always wear gloves to hide their fingers. Also, real witches always bald and wears a wig to hide her baldness. Witchy has amazing powers of smell, and their spit is blue. And when I saw the first witch, she was wearing gloves, so I was just being careful.
After telling the story about the green snake, you were looking down at the hand of hers that didn't have a thumb. Why did you stare at the hands?
I think grandmother also had bad experience with witches. She never talked about her missing thumb and her life when she was witchophile. She only talked about the story that witches playing magic on children. I thought that it's related to her missing thumb, and also I'm really curious about story when she was witchophile.
And you started to meet many witches like in RSPCC meeting room. There would be lots of things going on. At RSPCC meeting room, what did witches do and what did you notice about witches?
First, I noticed that witches are a stupid creature. Witches didn't know that I was in RSCC meeting room, and they took off their mask. By that, I could know who is Grand High Witch, and they didn't know, even though children became mouse, that we can talk. Also, after we became mouse, witches didn't kill me, and by that I knew witches plan, so we could stop witches.
You have many experiences than others. For example, your parents are died and cannot care of yourself and give love like other children's parents. I think you had depressed experiences like that. Then what was moment that made you depressed and what was your reaction and emotions after their death?
Most depressing experience that I ever had was a time when my parents died. At first, I couldn't believe that my parents died, but now I'm okay. And I have my grandmother, and she loves me as I do, and we're gonna live together as long as we can live. Even though my parents are dead, I'm really happy about my life.
Wow, I think you're more mature than I thought. Also, you said don't cry, Grandma. Things could be a lot worse. I did get away from them. I'm still alive. When you're changed to the mouse and grandma was crying, at the moment your emotions would be sad too, but you feel calm and said the quote. What makes you say that?
I don't want to make my grandmother cry more. If I cry, my grandmother will be sad and worry about me. And I don't want to make her worry about me. I like my appearance and I'm like now used to it. If I was a boy, I want able to turn the witches to the mouse and I'm mouse so I can use my tails and my small body to sneak into everywhere that nobody can see.
You became mouse and you should have many challenges. But at the last, you did make the witches into the mouse by putting magic potion to their food. It would be uncomfortable and dangerous to be beside people's leg and people are trying to catch you. There were these challenges, but what motivated you to overcome your challenge as a mouse?
No one knew witches' plan except me and my grandmother. Then who should stop them? It's my responsibility to stop witches' plan because I heard that witches are trying to make children to mice. Witches might turn on the children into mice and ears. And I don't want to make that happen. It's better to try than spectating. Also, I have a wonderful helper grandma, so it motivated me to pour the liquid that turns into the mice and make witches into mice.
Also, you control your feeling when you are doing important mission, like the time when witches are having meeting in RSPCC room, and one of the witches said that she can smell the child's smell, but you calm down and try to escape in the room. Do you consider you as a calm person?
I think I'm not a calm person because I got excited when I'm hearing about witch's story. Sometimes I am being focused on my work, like the time when I should change witches into mice. I just calm down when I'm facing the serious problem and the situation in the RSVC room was really serious. Witches are talking about the plan that will change the world. The plan might change all the children into mice, and that's why I calm down a little bit. In normal life, I'm just a noisy mouse that speaks English.
After witch caught you, you became mouse by the witches. You should feel failed and horrifying. But if you don't become mouse and safely get out of the RSPCC room, how could you stop witches?
As I said before, if I was a mouse, it could be hard to stop witches and I might not be able to make witches into mice. But as I said, it's my responsibility to stop witches. And also, grandmother and I didn't plan to change into my mouse. If I was a boy, I'm still gonna steal the magic liquid and that turns into mouse from Grandma Witch and put the liquid in their food secretly. It's not different as a thing that I did, but it won't be easy to steal it and put liquid to their food because I'm a big boy and I can't sneak into the holes.
Yeah, it would be really hard if you weren't mouse and you can't sneak into the holes with your big body. This is the last question and it's end of the interview. What lessons did you learn from the mission that you accomplished with your grandmother? And what do you want to talk about the lessons that you learned to readers?
I want our readers want to learn that you should listen to other people's advice and have confidence in every work to be successful. Also, positive mind helps to do everything. Grandmother said to take a shower to hide the childish smell, and I'm not trying. I'm trying to take a shower once in a month. Having confidence and being positive, these two things help me to do everything. Even though I'm mouse, I can still do things that people can't do. You should think in positive way. A mouse can't do what people can do, but mouse also can do things that people can't do.
I think that's really good thing that readers should know about. Thank you for the interview, and I hope to see you again.